Baruch ata asher anat malacha ha'alam asher kiddushani v'mitzvotav v'tzivani lehitatif letzitzit. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, MM. Oh. How are you all doing today? What are you up to on this Friday morning? Praying with me? Maybe. I can start with a little bit of a vocal warm-up, and then we'll move into prayers. Ooh. Oh dear. My morning is going very well. I'm streaming at a time that I am glad to be streaming. Glad to start early. Hey, Jinx. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. So now we're going to do the same vocal warm-up, long sustain, tone, but a little bit higher. So you can take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, make a tone with the vowel O slightly higher than before. Broke up. What's your question, Zero? Yes, I'm on your For You page. It's true. It's the way this works. Let's go even higher. Hey Be Sad, hey Layla, hey Sienna. I'm glad that this stream makes you feel a little less anxious, Amy. Good morning, Dream Boy. I'm glad. That is my goal. My goal is to make you feel more like a human and less like a nervous system. That's your question? All that lead up, Zero, and that is your question. Ask a better question. Watching from the UK again. Oh, my candle went out. Do I have any tips on bad hyperventilation? Would you like to try to breathe with me? Why don't you just pay attention to your body? And when I'm seated like this, I like to feel into my pelvis. Feel the way your pelvis is seated. And feel the way your spine can come out from that pelvis, straight and tall. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Do I believe in circumcision? Well, I certainly believe that it exists. Why don't I read you a thing about circumcision? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So, there's a story from the book of Exodus that before Moses enters into Egypt, after he sees the burning bush, but before he enters into Egypt and brings down plagues upon the Egyptians, there's this tiny little scene. It goes like this. At a night encampment on the way, the Lord encountered him, Moses, and sought to kill him. Yahweh's a scary God. Yahweh tries to kill his followers frequently. At a night encampment, by the way, the Lord encountered him. Yahweh encountered Moses and sought to kill him. So Zipporah, Moses' wife, took a flint and cut off her son's foreskin and touched his legs with it, saying, my rice is ready. So Moses' wife Zipporah took a flint and cut off her son's foreskin and touched his legs with the foreskin, saying, "You are truly a bridegroom of blood to me." And when Yahweh let him alone, she added, "A bridegroom of blood because of the circumcision," in case that was not clear. That's all. That's all. What a strange reference, right? So let's break down this story a little bit. Yahweh tells Moses to go free the Israelites from slavery. But then Yahweh has a mood change and decides that Moses needs to be killed. And so Yahweh tries to kill Moses. And in response, Zipporah says, "No, don't kill Moses. Instead, take my son's foreskin as a sacrifice, and it will be like marriage rites with blood." Good morning, Rainbow Patches. I saw you live the other day. It's nice to see you. How are you doing? So, do I believe in circumcision? I believe that it exists. It was done to me without my consent when I was 8 days old. Do I believe it should continue to be happening? I don't know. In general, I'm not comfortable with non-consensual genital touching. There are many reasons why circumcision exists in the world. I have thoughts about it that I need to do more research on before I can really say things. 8 days, yes. It's traditional that at 8 days old, Jewish baby male infants are circumcised. I feel confident that the circumcision ritual originated with gender dysphoric individuals, right? Like, how could that ritual emerge? Right? Like, what would the first circumcision ritual have looked like? Not this one. The one that was in this book was already thousands of years old, tens of thousands of years old, perhaps, when it was documented in writing. Circumcision is extremely old. Predates Judaism by thousands of years. And if we try to examine the origins of it, I'm fairly confident we would find gender dysphoria at the base. But there are plenty of other reasons for its existence, and in general, it's been used to uphold patriarchy. So, anyway, I don't actually know enough about circumcision to speak to it more than that. One day I'll do some research, and I'll make a video about it. One day when I have more time. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך, ובכל מאודך, וחיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ולכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאוהות על ידך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. I learned that the original Hebrew translation is in a beginning, not in the beginning. Thoughts? I think we can interpret these old words however we wish. The distinction between and the in ancient Hebrew is unclear. So I don't think it's really even possible to make such a strong, like, I don't think there's a distinction between those two words. Alright, I'll see you later, Rainbow Patches. Farewell. But yes, there are many beginnings. And the beginning in the book of Genesis is only one of them. Wow, that's a lot of stars. You don't understand me, but I seem very happy. Well, I'm telling you, it's a performance. It's not to say that I'm not happy, but right now I'm performing happiness for you. And I hope you enjoy it. I do enjoy praying with you. Very much. Very much so. Happy Yom Kippur. Yes, days of awe. So, what do these words that I've been saying mean? Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. And you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your might. Thank you, Zero. And all your soul. And all your heart. And these words that I am teaching to you today, you should teach them to your children. And you should recite them when you are at home and when you are away. And when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night. And you shall bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead right here, the totafot. And you shall bind them to the doorposts of your houses and on your gates. Yes, Salty Bish. Yes, indeed. Just stopping by. You enjoy my content. Never stop being wonderful. Sometimes I must stop being wonderful. It's exhausting. Thank you for all the gifts, for all the roses. I really appreciate it. So the prayer says copy me. And so I copy it, right? The prayer contains itself. And so I make the prayer alive through my living body, through my mouth, right? I use this mouth, this voice, to turn text into a living experience for all of us. And that's what the text asks, right? The text says, copy me, teach me, say me. And so I do. And somewhere else in the world right now, in Jerusalem, or in New York City, in London, in Bangladesh, I don't know where, someone is saying these words. Ve'ahavta et Yahweh Elohecha, v'chol levavcha, uv'chol nafshecha, uv'chol me'odecha. V'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'bitecha, uv'lechtecha b'derech, uv'shachtecha, uv'kumecha. וכתבתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. וחיה, כי וחיה, oh, excuse me. וחיה, כי וחיה ואלוהיך אל הארץ אשר נשבע לאבותיך, לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב, לתת לך ערים גדולות וטובות, אשר לא בנית. ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, וברות עצובים אשר לא עשת, ועקרבים וזיתים אשר נטעת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תשכח מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. When Yahweh Eloheinu brings you into the land that he swore to your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to assign to you, great and flourishing cities that you did not build, houses full of all good things that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant, and you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. We live on stolen land, right? Oh my god. Let me show you. I should show you a thing. Alright, I'm gonna have to take the phone off of the... Okay, hold on. Let's see. Can I show you out my window? Hewn cisterns that you did not hew. That line is particularly salient for me because of what is going on outside my window right now. What do I do for work? I teach mycology. Flip camera. Here we are. Here's my window. And you see that trench? You see that gigantic earth moving device? Look at that! So they're digging a trench up. Our spring box is... Where's our spring box? Our spring box is up in the mountainside, right up there. Right up. There. There's where our spring box is. And there's a trench that comes all the way down the hill. And now it's reaching into our house. Into our house. There's a pipe. They're expanding the capacity of our spring box from a 3/4 inch pipe to 1 1/4 inches. So they're doubling the volumetric capacity of water delivery so that we can have more people living here and put in another bathroom. And it's been quite a thing. We've been without running water for a day. It wasn't that bad, and we have running water back now. But yeah, it was quite a thing. How's the water pressure today? Well, I took a shower, so it's doing okay. So we don't have a well. We have a spring box. So that is a cistern up on the top of the mountain that accumulates water that flows out of the mountain, which is very special. That we don't have to dig. So when I say these words, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, like literally, I could not dig that trench. That is outside of my capacity. And so when I say these words, like, it's a reminder that I'm just a single person, right? I don't actually have the ability to create all of the riches that I live amidst. Biblical language. I didn't earn the stuff that I have, right? I live on stolen land. Right? This land used to be Oneida territory before it was occupied by the American colonists. So, it's just useful to remind ourselves of that. Like, yes, hey, we live on stolen land, right? This land was not originally ours. And our cisterns, we did not hew them. Someone else did. Do I feel righteous? Absolutely not. Righteousness is like something I try to avoid at all costs. So, how many of you were here like 10 minutes ago? I read this thing from the book of Exodus about circumcision. Let me read it again, because that's the kind of show that we have, where I have to say over and over again the same words. At a night encampment, by the way, the Lord Yahweh encountered Moses and sought to kill him, because Yahweh is pernicious like that. So Zipporah took a flint and cut off her son's foreskin and touched his legs with it, saying, "You are truly a bridegroom of blood to me." And when Yahweh let him alone, she added, "A bridegroom of blood because of the circumcision." Yes, of course I feel the same about Palestinian land. That's the point of the prayer, right? The prayer is very self-aware that the land is stolen. Here's a song about that. I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived, with Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me. And Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil that we had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh, some women wait for Jesus, and some We wait for Cain. So I'll hang upon my altar and I'll hoist my axe again. And I'll take the ones who find me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was the honeymoon and Cain was just a man. And we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin, that Asherah is gathering all her children back again. So you're confused. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Well, we're praying together, right? So every morning, I wake up, I get on TikTok Live, and I say these same words over and over and over again. I've never read anything by bell hooks. I say these same words over and over again. I answer the same questions over and over again, but there's meaning in it. There's purpose. Yes, it's practice and prayer. And we'll say some prayers together, and then after prayers, we will go on to Discord, and we will have breakfast there. Interesting comments. What religion? Well, so I grew up Jewish, but we're going to shift into Sanskrit in a moment. So we'll say some Sanskrit prayers, we'll say some more Hebrew prayers. Yes, and then we'll have breakfast on Discord. And I would love it if you joined me over there. There's a really lovely little community on our server. We have breakfast together every morning. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, but there's a deeper question, right? So people come in and say, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm here with you all. I'm sharing this space with you all. Sharing this focused attention with you all. Yes, I did say that Palestine is stolen land. That would be pretty difficult to debate. Like, there's very strong historical evidence. Yeah. Very strong historical evidence. Thank you for the butterflies. That's my favorite one. Yeah. So, let's say some prayers to Yahweh. That guy who tried to kill Moses and was only satisfied when his wife cut off the foreskin of his son. Hello from England. Do I mean stolen by Arabs, or do I mean stolen by Zionist Jews? Well, it depends on what point in history you're talking about. I would say that most recently, Palestinian land has been stolen by Zionists. But prior to that, it was stolen by British people. And prior to that, yes, it was stolen by Arabs. And prior to that, it was stolen by... I don't know, how far back do you want to go? Stolen by Romans. And prior to that, it was stolen by Greeks. And prior to that, it was stolen by Persians. And prior to that, it was stolen by Babylonians? Like, who? All of the land is stolen from Mother. Yes, that's basically the point. Asherah. Asherah is gathering all her children back again. Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech haolam, shelo ashani isha. I repeat the name of Asherah Anat, who made me with many openings and cavities. I got it in the wrong order, and also stolen is inaccurate. Well, I certainly did get it in the wrong order. I wasn't trying to be correct about the order. I was just trying to give you a list of entities that might have stolen Palestine at some point in history. You can correct my order if you want. That's fine. Stolen. What word would you prefer I say than stolen? Conquered? I don't think there's a difference between conquered and stolen, right? Violent taking is violent taking, regardless of what frame or perspective you take around it. It's still violent, and it's still taking. Alright. Colonized. Yeah, colonized is a word we could use. Why am I dressed like a girl? Because I am a girl. Baruch atah Asherah, Anat melecha haolam, asher yitzaret ha'adam b'chachama u'vara. I repeat the name of Asherah Anat, who made me with many openings and cavities. I'm not complaining about any of these occupations. And I'm acknowledging them all. So, I don't know about that. When I dumpster dive, how do I know the food isn't recalled? By smelling it. By tasting it. Gajananam, Bhutaganadi Sevitam, Kapita Jambupala Sarabakshitam, Masutam Sokabinasakarnam, Mahamatim Divyamayuravahanam, Ridasyasrinam Sarasananatam, Guham Sadanam Saranam Prapadye, Yaku Hendu Tusaraharadavala, Yasubrabasvarita, Yavinavarandamanditakara, Yasvita Padmasana, Yabramachuta Sankara Patrapi Devasata Pujita, Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nihisadyadya Paha, Om Namah Shivaya Gurave, Sachidananda Murtaye, Nisparanchaya Santaya, Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha, Shri Vishnudevanandaya Te Namaha, Om Sarva Mangla Manglaye, Shive Savarta Sadike, Saranye Trayambake Gauri, Narayani Namostite, Narayani Namostite, Om. What does transmycology mean? Well, that is an excellent question. I've made some videos about it. I've made a bunch of videos where I insist that fungi are actually just forest genitals, which they are. The sexual differentiation and dimorphism in fungi leaves space for trans narratives. So I'm a trans woman. I'm also a mycologist. So very simply, transmycology. Right? I will be doing some lectures on my server in about a month on Glomeromycota. Glomeromycota is the name of the server. The server community is called Glomeromycota Conglomerations. So I'll talk more about fungi reproduction and sexual differentiation there. And maybe at that point what transmycology is will be a little bit clearer. I haven't actually made too much robust mycology content on this channel yet because it's a lot of work. Can I do transmycology for dummies? Yes, I do. Transmycology for dummies is, hey, mushrooms are genitals. Remember. You want me to turn off my girl voice? Well, sure, I can do that briefly. I don't really like to do it because this just doesn't sound as good. But, sure, this is what my voice used to sound like when I was a boy. Now it sounds like this, and that's a lot better. Chayambakam yajamahe, Sugandim pushche vardhanam. Orvaru kamibavandanan, Mrityar mukshiyamamritato. Trayambakam yajamahe, Sugandim pushche vardhanam. Orvaru kamibavandanan, Mrityar mukshiyamamritato. Trayambakam yajamahe, Sugandim pushche vardhanam. Orvaru kamibavandanan, Mrityar mukshiyamamritato. Sarvesham, Svastir Bhavatu Sarvesham, Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham, Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham, Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Makashid Tukabhagbhave, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya, Mrityar Mam Mritam Gamaya, Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat, Purnamudachate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om peace, peace, peace. Yes, it is okay that you sing with me, Disco Queen. Absolutely. If you'd like, I can send you the Sanskrit. Like, that's what I want. That's all that I want. I want to sing with people every morning. That's it. That's it. That's why I'm here. I'm here to share this time with you all. That outer world is full. This inner world is also full. Taking fullness from fullness, fullness remains. From fullness comes fullness. Om, peace, peace, peace. Serpent that eats its tail. Taking full from full, fullness remains. Good morning. Are there any prayers to do with baking bread? I'm really into baking bread at the moment. Well, today is Shabbat, and I will be breaking bread today. And at dinner, when we break the baked bread, we will say, Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech ha'alam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Right? That is the bread prayer. It's a very simple prayer. Am I Jewish or something? Yes, I might be Jewish. I am 30. I'm turning 31 in 2 days. In 2 days, it's gonna be my birthday. So you can send me presents if you like. Oh, to be a human on the internet asking for presents. Ugh, that's obnoxious. No, Salty Fish. Why would you be banned? You're a moderator. So this next prayer, any prayers to get pregnant, I'm sure that such prayers exist, but I haven't studied them yet. One day I will go to rabbinical school. As soon as I get my PhD, I can tell the world that I'm actually a mycologist, I will go to rabbinical school, and then I will be able to tell you about the prayers to get pregnant. I'll see you later. Do I teach at a college? Yes, I teach mycology at a local university. So this next prayer that I want to share with you, good morning, Candy, good morning, is an American prayer. It's by a modern pop group, Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. And they have this prayer about prayer that I find particularly meaningful. And I know many of you do too. Could you explain more about what I teach? Well, right now I'm teaching about prayer. And we're going to use a song to try to make a point about what this act is that we're actually doing, right? Like, we're all here together. We're making sounds together. Here I have a cat. Check out this cat. Whoa! Check out this cat. Oh, hi, cat. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. But I like her. I like her very much. She's just going to go right back to where she was. We're all here together. And come in. Hey. Hi. What's up?
Just telling you I love you.
You love me?
Yeah.
Publicly on the internet. Now the whole internet knows?
I think they already knew.
Yeah, I think they already knew too.
Also, maybe I was talking to Mama Cat.
Maybe you were talking to Mama Cat. Yeah. You gonna take my Tupperware away? Gosh, you're so great. I'll see you later.
I hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. My friend made me eggplant. We're gonna eat it for breakfast today on the Discord server.
Bye.
So we're gonna sing a prayer about prayer. And I like this prayer because it makes me think about what this action is that we are doing together. What is it that we are actually doing together? So this prayer helps explain... no, we'll be having rice and eggplant today. Rice and eggplant. And, no, I'm not vegan. I'm going to eat all of my goats this winter. I'm going to eat them all. Goat sausage. So we're going to sing a prayer about prayer. And as we do so, I really love it when I read comments about what prayer is, or about what this space means to you, what sharing this time in the morning means, or when you pray, what goes on in your mind. I appreciate comments like that because it reminds me why we are doing this together. Hubby is enjoying listening too now. It's great. He came to your phone and closed his eyes. Well, that's lovely. Bothering my cat. I don't want to pray to my maker. No. I just want to be feeling free. Not just who I am, but the pink and golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray. I don't want to pray, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done forgiven and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good, and Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made. But I don't want to pray to my Maker. I just want to be what I see. Not like in a book, or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. Oh, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good, and Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made me. Except that's a lie. You know that, right? None of those gods actually exist. They're just idols. And in reality, I made me. Or, more accurately, we all are making each other right now. We're building this community. One syllable at a time. Right? We create each other. This is very real for me, right? Like, I am performing a personhood for you. I'm performing my personhood in a way that, were you not all here, I would not be able to not only perform, but be. I would not be able to be this human, this woman, were it not for all of you, right? It's this interaction that allows this identity to emerge. Not just my identity, but a collective identity. I think that's worth reminding. It's worth remembering. So I have a couple more prayers for you today. And then we're going to shift onto Discord, and we'll have breakfast together. We're going to have rice, and eggplant, and seaweed, and peaches, and olives, and cheese. It'll be a very good breakfast. And I really like it when people join me. So there's a link to my Discord server in my bio, so you can join us by following the Patreon link. And, yeah, but before breakfast, we have arati. So the word arati means flame in Sanskrit, or light. And the refrain for this prayer, Jaya Jayarati, we wave the light of victory. And then we'll say various names of various gods. So here's Ganesh, right? So I'll put Ganesh up here. Ganesh is the first god that we will invoke. It's an interesting story about Ganesh. Ganesh was set by his mother to... Come in.
You're already on the internet, my friend?
I'm already on the internet.
Okay. Have fun with the internet.
Okay. You want to start chapter?
Maybe I might go to the dump.
Okay.
So, maybe I'll just never see you again.
Oh my god. Sounds terrible.
Oh, you have a lot more time for your TikTok friends.
I would have more time for my TikTok friends if I spent less time with my real world friends. That's true.
Yeah, it could be very fulfilling. You get lots of views that way.
So, we're going to say Arati, and then we're going to say Kaddish, and then we're going to have breakfast. And my real-world friends will not be there. Dump and prayer in the same 5 minutes. You know, that's literally what I'm about, right? That's what this symbol is, right? The beginning is the end. What comes out as waste is the same thing as food. Good is bad. Life is death. So it goes, right? Let's unify all the opposites. So we're going to say Arati now. And at this point, TikTok reminds me to remind you that liking the stream is always a good idea, because I like to share this time with many people. I like it a lot. So if you like the stream, more friends will come. That's how it works. Jaya Jayarati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jayarati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jayarati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jayarati Venkanta Ramana Venkanta Ramana Sankata Harana Sita Rama Radhe Shama Jaya Jayarati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sada Shiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jayarati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jayarati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jayarati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimutriya Vatara Jaya Jayarati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarati Sankarachaya Sankarachaya Advaita Guravi Jaya Jayarati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jayarati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jayarati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shriyama Priyaye Jaya Jayarati Ayappa Samine Ayappa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jayarati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jayarati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jayarati Venugopala. Yes, the language is Sanskrit. Natatra suyobati natandrakaratam nemavidyobati kutoya magni twameva bantamidabandi sarvam tasya basya samidam vibanti om gange kayamune kaiva govari saraswati narmade siddhikaveri namastitam namo namaha. Neither the sun shines there, nor the moon, the stars, nor lightning. So from where does this light come? When that shines, everything shines after that. By its light, all else is lit. Jaya Jayarati. Tvameva mata, japita tvameva, tvameva bandusha saka tvameva, tvameva vidya, dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva, kayena vacha manasendriyarva, buddhyatmanava prakrite sabhavad, karomi adyad, mangalam parasmahi. Narayana iti sarmar payami Sarvadharmam pravichayam amikam saranam raja Aham sva sarva papayo mokshayami masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these, I dedicate to you. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Now, we will say Kaddish. And the word Kaddish is very old. The oldest version of it that I know is this goddess, Kadesh. Kadesh was a Canaanitic fertility goddess. You can see that she is arousing the Egyptian god next to her, riding a lion. Kadesh is very interesting. There are 3 things wrong with my mishmash theology, son. 1, Deuteronomy 22:5. Deuteronomy 22:5 says there's something wrong with my theology. I think Deuteronomy 22:5 simply says that Yahweh is an asshole. And I know that Yahweh's an asshole. Yeah, I will let my Egyptian gods work it out for me. So Kadesh was the name of a city that was destroyed around 3,000 years ago. And Kadosh is a Semitic word that means holy. And for the last 2,500 years or so, my ancestors have been saying words similar to it in response to death and mourning. So we're going to say a prayer of mourning today. And if there is anyone that you are grieving for, I would encourage you to put their names or something else significant about them in the comments so that we can hold them in our minds together for the next couple of minutes as we say the following words of grief. Yitgadal, Bitgadash, Shemei Rabbah, Biama Divrachute, Viamlich Mal Chute, Bechayachon of Yamechon of Chayede Kolbe Israel, Bagala Ubisman Karif Vimru, Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabbah Mivarach Lialam Omei Omaya, Yitbrach, Vishtabach, Vibar, Vitrmam, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal Shemei, de Kudisha, Brechu, Leela Min Kol Birchata Vishirata, Tushbechata Venechemata, Diamiran Bioma Vimru, Amen. Yehi Shlamar Rabba Min, Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'yochol Yisrael Vimru, Amen. O say Shalom Vimrumav, Huya A say Shalom, Aleinu V'yochol Yisrael Vimru, Amen. O say Shalom Vimrumav, Huya say Shalom Aleinu, V'yalechol Yisrael Vimru, Vimru, Amen. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. It means quite a lot. So, now it's breakfast time. I'm hungry. So, let's have some breakfast, shall we? Kitty cat. I'm gonna take off the tallis. I'm glad that you like catching lies. Do I believe that women should have rights? I do. I also don't really understand why people ask me questions in terms of what I believe. Like, it seems a little, I don't know. People are always curious what I believe. And it's like, belief has nothing to do with this, right? It's about action. It's about intention, not belief. You're getting a driver's license and getting a job today? Well, good luck, Disco Queen. That sounds great. Okay, so Ganesh can go away. Let's turn the camera around. Turn the camera around and I will show you the Discord space that we will all be in for breakfast. Oh. Come on. There. Alright. So, there's me in a computer screen. There's the Ouroboros. This is the most important image you will see today. Alright, and then we're